Do. What's the date, Brandon?
October 28th, is it?
Vasuta Garden update. We've had a lot of days. Today we sorted out getting the plastic, or we started sorting out getting the covering to protect these beds. I brought some coffee grounds and put them in there in the compost. So back in use. Everybody should bring their eggshells, their coffee grinds, their fruit peels, just things that don't have seeds and aren't plants. Okay, let's get a little update. We thought up that we're gonna get some PVC or rebar to put up this Tarragon Friday while we're covering this bed, or whenever we cover the bed. And we're covering the bed to do what, Brandon?
To extend the season a little bit. So Friday night, we're getting a frost. For a minute, it looked like it would get down to 20 degrees. Now it's saying more like 30. So all of this is largely arugula, as our trusty sign here says. And so arugula, I think, is a little bit hardier than some greens, but it's going to be right on the edge. So if we put these hoops up, just like they already are over here, and we put over this kind of clear plastic, it'll be able to survive frosts for a lot longer. So hopefully, with it being 30, we can probably leave the arugula. Probably need to harvest a lot of this lettuce because it's really quite delicate. But the onions will survive for quite a while once we get that covering going. Basically, like, the frost sort of comes down like this, and so just having even like a blanket would be better than nothing. But that lets it have some space and some air. It lets a lot of the sun through, but it stops a lot of the cold. It's kind of like a greenhouse, but just like really simple.
Great. Cool. So that's one update. That's a crucial one, and that's what that PVC is for. And we're going to do that hopefully Friday. I came and I watered my moss garden.
Yeah, where were we?
And on this side, we've got this beautiful clover garden. My favorite part of the garden for sure, because it's just amazing how much moisture it locks in and how it's bloomed and survived. And if you've been keeping track of these videos, this is a new section, this part right here. It was a little square, little rectangle, and this is what it spread all summer, and it's essentially carpeted the beds. I think some people might remove this, but we here at Vasuta think it's a work of art.
That's great.
I'm seriously emotionally involved with this clover field, or clover
But you look at
bed.
how much new little kale there is. So we've been just taking off the kale as it's been seeding into these little pods, as regular viewers will know, and sprinkling these little black seeds all around. So this is kale. This is obvious because it has its first true leaves. But these little guys are also kale before they get their true leaves. So they're like little kale sprouts. But once we put the covers on here, kale can handle some seriously low temperatures. So I think this kale will keep growing. I believe this kale is actually 2 years old at this point. But these little guys, unlike in prior years, they'll actually be able to survive because we'll have the cover to protect from the worst of the frost. It's so cool, these like little babies.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Did I show you that over here? There's some kale in the
Oh, nice.
that somehow grew in the clover, or maybe the clover grew over it.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have a established relationship. They've got a certain
Well,
work
this
going
is
on.
taking nitrogen. That's the microbes on the roots of the clover are fixing nitrogen.
It wouldn't be a Vasuta Garden update without Brandon bringing up nitrogen fixing vaguely.
You set me up for that.
I know. This is my moss garden. Pretty excited.
Yes.
Coward's looking the same. My experiment over here with the mustard, not sure how it's working. Spreading it out because it grows in this bunch, and I wanted to see if it would grow, but seems to be doing just fine.
They're alive.
Nice. This tree I planted is alive. We took it from the ground and I put it in what looks like a, I don't know, woodland animal's barrow, but it's alive. And yeah, I think that's it for the update today. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Brandon.
All right.
Here we go. What does it say that RPI did this big freight thing here And yet the garden is